Yorktown Colony is currently housing 2 criminals, though those criminals are not known. As you know, Mary Weaver has pretty much helped the police engage in illegal activities, including traumatizing Myron Taylor and James Thomas. She has also, of course, as I mentioned, helped them engage in an illegal entry, an illegal search and seizure on Thanksgiving Day of 2011. And Mary Weaver, of course, is guilty of falsifying statements. These 2 people did it out of revenge because I made them accountable for their own actions. When Mary Weaver, like I said, I think I mentioned this before, Mary Weaver played her music so loud she disturbed several neighbors. I was the only one to do anything about it. And Mrs. Jamie May and her family moved in, and right away, it was music being played loud, TV played loud all hours of the day and night. So basically, I called the police on them a number of times for it. So they're doing it out of revenge. What you don't know is that I spoke to the property manager, Tina Edwards, who knows me and James as being very upstanding people, very helpful. I found out from Tina that she comes from a police family, and that I asked her to speak with Myron and tell him the truth. See, I thought at the time Mary was just the one telling lies about me to him and his family, but it turns out it's the police. Anyways, I tried to ask Tina to, tell him the truth, what's going on. And she did not want to. She pretty much refused. And the only reason she gave was because it made her feel uncomfortable. She did not want to do the right thing just because it made her feel uncomfortable. So by her inaction, she directly allowed the trauma to go on, to happen and go on. What you don't know is that Yorktown Colony is also guilty of their own crimes. They have violated health codes, housing codes, and even fire codes. I have videotape of the property showing this, especially down in their laundry and storage facilities. Apparently this has been going on even before Village Green owned the property. I learned from a longtime resident who had been there 24 years that the only time it was actually a good place to live was with the original owners. After that, it went downhill. Village Green, I know, owned it. SNS Real Estate Management, LLC, owned it. And now it's Gold Key Realty. And what you also don't know is that if you get a 30-day letter stating you have to be out in 30 days, get a lawyer, or maybe go to justanswer.com and talk to a lawyer there about what to do. A 30-day notice is actually illegal, and it is not, it's not a proper way of evicting a person. They have to go through the court systems. They must give you a specific form. I'm not going to tell what that form is. Lawyers know, and I'm not going to give them the heads up. But basically, trust me, a 30-day letter is not actually, legal. I know this because Gold Key Realty, their lawyer, is actually the lawyer for Huber Home Rental. We tried to get an apartment. It was actually a decent apartment, through Huber Home Rentals. And we ended up getting evicted. So and their lawyer sent a notice or letter stating we had 30 days. While I was in jail, I needed a place to live, and James tried to get his father to help out. His father was sent, his father lives in Yorktown Colony. His father was sent a letter stating that should he help me out, he would be evicted, and to consider that letter his 30-day notice. I don't remember the lawyer's name, but it's Gold Key Realty's lawyer and the lawyer for Huber Home Rentals. And what's more is that Huber Home Rentals is actually engaging in illegal activities as well. In their lease, it states that they expect you to provide your own garbage can. They expect you to take care of the lawn and sidewalk, or at least just the sidewalk. Basically, a few things I've learned in the lease are actually the responsibility of the landlord. If a property has 4 or more apartments, they are required to provide sanitation. Of course, they are required to do the sidewalks, the property, basically. So Huber Home Rental is also engaged in illegal activities. So I hope to be probably going to contact the Dayton Bar Association soon and see what they can do about the lawyer. So, I mean, I know there are a lot of honest people out there. There seem to be a lot of really bad people out there who just want to hide their crimes, want to get away with what they're doing, and don't want to do the right thing. It's a sad world we live in, and good people really need to band together to stop this, I mean, we need to basically voice our opinions, voice, what we have a problem with, and make people accountable for their actions.